Funny you say that. In the mid 90s, I lived in Texas and I toured with rock bands as their security. And we did all the security for Dallas, Fort Worth, and then the bands we would go, if we went on the road, it would be Houston, Austin, Oklahoma City. We did the Southwest leg. And everybody was like, they'll ask me, who'd you meet? And I've met everybody from everybody to everybody. There was, if you toured in 94, 95, I was with you some way or another. Could have been at a show working, or I could have been on the road with you. And my favorite band is Van Halen, and they came to town, and everybody knew it. And so they set me up, and I got to meet him. Now, it was with Sammy. Okay, I'm a big David Lee Roth fan. Okay, which you may not know who that is, but that's okay. That's all right. Anyway,
wow. I feel old.
He's young. Well, you are old.
Dang.
I'm old. But anyway, David Lee Roth was their original lead singer. He was who I wanted to be when I was in high school. He was Mr. Flamboyant. He was the outspoken, kids would joke around and call me Zak Lee Roth because I dressed like him. I wore the spandex and had big hair and everything.
That's cool.
And everybody's like, hey, did you ever get to meet Dave? And I said, no, and I don't want to. They're like, why? I said, for one, I hear he's a jerk. I don't know that, but I've heard. People have told me. I can't say from meeting him. And I said, for two, I don't want to meet him because I might get let down. And then my whole childhood dream will just be shattered. So, if I run into Dave now, it'll be a different story. We're both old and it doesn't matter. So, and it brings me to another thing. My wife and I went to go see Todd White speak.
Okay.
You know who Todd White is?
No.
He's a very, very popular evangelist.
Maybe because
he had the big long dreadlocks and just goes out and like he's the most boldest. Anyway, he's one of the boldest evangelists I've ever met.
Okay.
And we went and saw him, and my friend was running security for him and said, hey, come on backstage, you get to meet Todd. And Lorianne's like, I don't want to meet him. I said, why? She goes, what if he's not like he is? What if it's just a front? I said, what's the chance of that? Turned out he is the coolest guy on the planet. I mean, he was just like so down to earth and really, really nice and sweet and loving. And I've met him a couple more times, and he remembered us, especially my wife. And it was really cool, but she was really nervous because she's like, what if he's not who he is? Then I'll be so disappointed, And I'm like, but she said, she goes, but that's why we don't put faith in man. We put faith in God, because man will always fail us.
God's the same no matter what.
Yep. He never fails. Right, Derek?
Correct. Yeah. I'm with you.
Sorry, I thought I got a text from Derek. It was an old one. He said, make sure Rohan talks into the microphone. He's talking into the microphone.
I'm trying my best. This is new to me.
What drew you to business credit? I mean, you work for a roofing company, correct?
Yeah.
What do you do for them?
So I'm the office manager, but it's looking like I'm working towards mostly sales and like working in the lead generation side of it primarily. I was working in business credit prior to working in the roofing company, and also I used to work at like a classic car dealership at one point, but that's a story for another day.
Was that here in Florida? What was the car? What was the dealership?
Past and present motor cars. They're right next to the cigar lounge.
Because I used to run a dealership right there on McGuire and right across from Cisco. It's now called. I just drove past it today.
Manheim.
Across from not Manheim. I've been to Manheim a ton of times. I was in the auto business for almost 30 years. No, there's a little dealership right there across from on McGuire and Kissimmee. Anyway, that's why I asked, because I thought he was the classic car guy, but anyway,
there is a classic car guy right there.
Yeah,
across the street from the sheriff's.
We were Mr. Repo. And then it went under and another company took over. But anyway, I digress. That's where I got my foot in the door and learned financing. Yeah. So back in 2003, I got brought on as a finance manager.
Cool. But along the lines to what started business credit,
yes,
because I started hearing about it years ago. And
is there a huge demand for people? Do you help repair it or help people grow it?
Ideally, you help grow it. There's no need to repair it, because at that point, just start another business. It's just easier. to start another business than try to repair a broken business.
So if the business is broken, like would they just go close it down and just go bankrupt and then start over again?
Yeah, it's significantly easier
because us as a normal citizen, not a business, that's not so easy.
Yeah, it's so much harder to take care of your own credit, but as a business, you can just dissolve that, and then it takes you a year to build business credit. Then it takes you 1 year. Versus us, if you run into any issues, it takes you at least 7 years.
7 years.
So it's just for businesses, just start over.
Interesting. So you help people though. You would help people start.
Yeah. It's not hard. It's really easy. I'm thinking about starting a school. I didn't know how the demand was going to be, but I was thinking about starting a school program and for like the $10 and just give everybody the blueprint so they could do it. And if they needed help or needed to call me or anything like that, then I'd just do the higher tier school program where I could, take the calls. And then if someone wanted like a done for you, I'd charge more because it takes time from me to do that.
Of course. Would you want to do that full time and leave your company, or you just want?
I would love to help people and help them with their business. It's always been a thing for me to try to help people, and not just business wise, but like mostly where I feel my calling is in like not just the Bible study and cigars, but like in something along the men's health. I'm a single dad, right? I have a 6-year-old son. There is not much resources for me until I met the guys I knew in the Bible study.
Really?
Yeah. I was praying for that for a long time to find a group of guys that I could look to as mentors. And I found it in the cigar lounge in the Bible study. And I mean, guys my age don't really have. I mean, I'm blessed. I have my dad in my life, but guys that know business, guys that want to help them, because most people put it behind a paywall.
So you're what, 28?
Yeah, I'm 28.
That was a good math. Quick in my head right there.
Yeah, there's a lot of people put mentorship behind a paywall, or you want to learn how to sell marketing services? It's behind a paywall. It's like everything's behind a paywall, and it's like, guys, why can't we just help people and guide them in the right direction and give them advice? And if you get something in return, great, that's the bonus. But really, what's important is mentorship. There's a huge gap for mentorship right now. And
would you want to start a mentorship program aside with the business credit, or would they be two separate things? Because you could mentor in business building, correct?
Yeah, that would be a separate thing. I would eventually, the long-term goal is to open up a nonprofit that's designed to help young guys become men, because there's a journey to become a man. Spartans did it the right way. Like, it's crazy, but they did it the right way. They said, hey, you're a boy right now, go out into the wilderness and survive, and then once you come back, you're a man. But it forced you to become a man. Sure. It forced you to live on your own.
Right.
But there's still more to it than just doing that to become a man. But there's no form of how do I say, it's you go on a, it's like, there's a word for it. The Japanese do it. It's you go on a journey. In wrestling, in Japan, what they do is they have the guys come in. They're like the young lions. They come in, they start wrestling, but they're like wearing nothing, no branding. Then they're forced to go to work for other companies, learn their wrestling styles, and then come back. There's a term for it, and it's blanking on me right now, but it's a journey. Boys have to go on a journey to become a man. And
Derek needs a mentor, don't you, Derek?
I mean, yeah, that's been the struggle. Like I had one my entire growing up till almost 30, and then since then it's been.
Was that your grandfather or the guy you worked for?
Mainly my grandfather.
Yeah. 100%. I will say
then you become one to people, and then you realize, oh, I'm not growing, and it is hard to replace like someone who you always see as more advanced as you, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. It takes a humbling experience.
Right. Yeah. It's almost like an ego or pride thing. Like, okay, is this guy my mentor? Now, what has he done? Like, you can't compare it to like what knowledge base does this person have? It's more about life experience and wisdom. Than just
I will
saying,
say
well,
this much.
What's that?
My dad was my dad.
Mm-hmm.
until I had kids, and then we became friends. He was still my dad, but he always would say, up until I had kids, he was, I'm your father. Don't talk to me. I'm not your buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had kids, and he became my.
Because you earned that right.
Right, but I still didn't know what I was doing. I would call him, and he would laugh. He's like, "There's no manual, bro. You just got to figure it out." You know.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like I'm doing it with just me. Like it's
I will never forget my wife leaving me home with daughter for the first time, and like she had this big blowout mess in her diaper, and I didn't know what to do. And she's like, "Take it off in the bathtub, hose her down, and just slap a new one on." What are you talking about? I'm like, that's just disgusting. I'll never do that. I was like, oh, I was horrified, but you learn, right? You live and learn. I'm like, I didn't know. I just thought kids were cool. And then all of a sudden I'm like, what do you mean? I got to make food for them and clean their diapers. And
I'm responsible for a human being.
Yes.
I was thinking about something yesterday, and it was after Bible study. It was, and this one kind of like broke my heart, but it was also like a really beautiful thing. My son, he's special needs. So he has like an IEP and everything. Yesterday, after I had his IEP meeting for the quarter, I was driving on my way back to the office because the meeting was during the day. So as I was driving back to the office, I was sitting there and I was thinking and I was praying and I was listening to some really good, beautiful worship music. And if you ever need some recommendations on worship music, I have a ton. But as I was driving down, I was like thinking, I was like, God loves me so much, and I don't mean it in an arrogant way. He just loves me so much, and he loves everybody. But he loves me so much that he gave me the opportunity to raise one of his most special children.
That's awesome.
And kind of like broke me because I was like, me of everybody, the guy who sinned so much, who denied you, and all these things.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's amazing.
That's yeah. I can't argue with that at all.
Yeah.
My cousin had Down syndrome, and he was the most loving person I've ever met on the planet.
Because they're innocent. They don't know.
Not only would he love you, he would tell you about Jesus anytime he saw you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was great. And my mom used to say, "That's one of God's angels."
Mm-hmm.
Just watch what you say around him.
It's true.
and Theo would say that's one of God's remixes.
That's right. That's right. Did you ever see him? He did a commercial with the kid who owns 21 Pineapples. Have you ever seen him?
No.
It's a Down syndrome kid who started his own sock and clothing company. It's called 21 Pineapples.
Oh, yeah. Cool. There's another one in UK called Standout Socks, too. And then Theo also does cooking with those twins.
Yes.
Oh, I've seen those videos.
Yeah. Awesome. But he goes, Theo's like, it's Down Syndrome Awareness Week. And he goes, and if I got to get Down syndrome so I can be aware, I'm cool with it. I'm like, bro, I think you already have Down syndrome.
He does have some type of autism, obviously.
Yeah. Well, it's either that or all the drugs he did. I don't know.
Probably both.
But and I didn't know, but he grew up in a church. He was in a Pentecostal church.
Same here.
And he was a in the choir and everything. Like he was a singer.
Wow.
Like I've seen video of it. It's pretty funny that they make fun of him because he had the mullet rocking and he was like a Southern Baptist or something. I don't know what he was.
That's cool.
But he was one of those like hellfire and brimstone, preachers.
Yeah.
And but it's funny because it seems like he's coming. He went on his journey and he's coming back. He went out and. Because he seems like he's doing really nice. Like, I mean, that's obviously we all know that doesn't get you into heaven being a nice guy, but
he just had a meltdown. Actually,
did he?
Yeah, on stage.
Actually, to touch on that, because I saw the meltdown. We were talking about this in Bible study, but sometimes you have to be broken to be blessed.
Yep.
And it's like when Jesus blessed.
We were talking about that Monday night.
Mm-hmm. It's when Jesus broke the bread for the Last Supper. He broke it and then blessed it. And it sucks. It sucks to be broken. It sucks to have to go through any of these things. But after that, and the things that we learn and the things we come out of that, is so much more. Like I had to be broken multiple times this year. When I was like every week I had to lead Bible study. I was like, God, why are you breaking me?
I didn't ask for this. No, I totally agree. I mean, I was born and raised in a church. I mean, I always joke I've been saved since I was born because my mom's an apostle. My father was a deacon. My grandfather was an evangelist. it's just there. And I went on my own journey. My mom has redubbed me as Moses. She said I should have named you Moses because you're gonna be in the wilderness for a while. And I actually like helped pave the highway to hell for a while, and danced with the devil. We were boys, and whatever. And when I came back around and decided to change because I knew better, I never denied God. I never walked away from him. I just said, dude, I'm going to party for a while. And he said, whatever, do what you got to do.
Yeah.
I remembered the verse, and it said, he is the potter, I'm the clay. I said, well, so go ahead and rebuild me, make me, break me, and rebuild me. And he's like, are you sure? No, for real. It's cool. No, it was the worst 3 months of my life. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Talk about, wanting to kill yourself or just have the archangel come down and split you open with his sword, whatever.
Yeah.
It was tough. But we all go through that. And I've come to realize, like, it's part of life. It's what makes you, and there is light on the other end. There is light on the other end, there's only been one time in my life where I just didn't want to live anymore. That was when my first wife and I went our separate ways. I thought divorce was the most evil, vile thing on the planet. Losing my kids, all that stuff, and it took a while to get through it. But I obviously I wasn't going to hurt myself. But there was thoughts. I was like, well, if I don't exist anymore, and the only thing that would pop in my head, what about Emily and Andrew? Okay, fair enough. So, but later, 20 years later, I wake up and go, I've got a phenomenal life. So I'm kind of selfish that way. I got a little ego because I want to see what's going to happen. I want to see if I make it to 100. So I'm selfish that way, that I'm not going to ever kill myself. I mean, I may do things that probably do harm my body, but eat improperly, and I don't do drugs. Kids, don't do drugs. Give them to your Uncle Derek. He'll do them for you. Derek's like, why are you bringing me into this? That was from, did you ever see that movie, Love Actually?
I think I have, yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever see it, Derek?
Probably.
Come on. You love England. It's a British movie.
Oh, is that with Hugh Grant?
Yeah. But do you remember the old guy?
I'm sure I've fallen asleep to it more times than I can count.
It's a Christmas movie. Yeah.
Yes, I've fallen asleep to it many times. It was in 2006. That's when it was.
Yeah, it's released. A sweet movie.
I know that, even though I've never seen the whole thing.
This old washed up rock star, and he became famous. He had this #1 hit, beat everybody out, and he says, "Remember, kids, don't do drugs. Just give them to your Uncle Billy. He'll take care of them for you." And I was like, "What the heck?"
That's funny.
Yeah. So no. I've always felt like I don't like going to sleep because I feel there's something going to happen. I'm going to miss it. So I would never even think harming myself. And I know there's people out there who might have those thoughts. And if you do, please, I say this every week, reach out to us. We'll help you. We'll pray for you. We'll talk to you. We're just here for you. But it just I think there's just so much to life. And I know life can be cruel and mean, but thank God we have God. Because that always tells me there's sunshine. There's going to be a sunny day, because just at the darkest hour, just remember before dawn, it gets darkest.
That's so true.
And when I used to work the midnight shift, we called it the witching hour, because it was like voodoo would come across you, and you just wanted to go, I'm just going to go to sleep.
Yep.
I'm out.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't know when we went there. Derek, do you have any questions for our esteemed guest? I know we're going to wrap up shortly because you have a 7:30 appointment.
I mean, not based on the current conversation we were having, no.
How about business?
I mean, we went down like 6 rabbit holes. You're like, what are your questions, Derek? And 20 minutes later, I'm like,
can you not keep up with me, Derek?
Do you use nav.com?
Oh, yeah, definitely use nav.
Me too, man. Glad all right, perfect. Make the trade lines, use nav, get your Paydex, blah, 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 blah. Cool. You're good to go, man. Oh, wait, one small thing. Make tons of cash flow. Oh, that's what we got. That's what we got in my world. That's what I want to teach. It's like all these things are good. You can set the foundation, and then you still have to have cash flow, right?
correct. You have to.
If you have
have
no
stable-
cash flow, like everything collapses. It's just
It's the most important thing.
So there's no business out there that can survive without cash.
obviously not.
Unless you're the government.
Unless you have, yeah, the government, because they can take cash from you.
They can print it.
Didn't they just vote that they're going to shut down?
Yeah, they're shut down.
did.
Yeah,
They're right
wonderful.
now.
I don't know what that means.
Means
The
that the
government can-
non-essential people in Washington D.C., which is like 700,000 people, they're not getting paid or going to work this week, and the essentials are going to work and somehow kind of getting paid, maybe at some point, but it's not very set in stone. So
I thought the military, if you're in like the military right now, you're not getting paid, but you have to work.
TSA, that's true. So I wouldn't go to MCO because they're going to be really grouchy.
Oh Lord!
I don't know if that's. I don't know about the military. You might be right. I have no clue at all. But I know like
What
TSA
about, like,
is an example.
The Marshals or FBI or ICE?
I think it's the same thing, but also, I think the entire government is corrupt, especially like FBI and CIA. So,
Well, no, I think what's his name? Patel, Cash.
I think Cash got.
You think so?
I think so. There's no way. Like the whole Epstein situation.
Yeah, that's a little suspicious. That's a little shady, and that's a whole nother show.
Yeah.
Derek does enjoy a good government conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
Oh,
with
they're
a
not
cigarette.
conspiracy, they're true.
Well, just think of all the conspiracy theories that we believed in, and they came out to be true. So,
I mean, the most recent one, the January 6th one, that one. Whew, that's another.
and they're still saying it was the most violent day in American history. I'm pretty certain people from 9/11 might argue that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People certain if somebody comes back from the Civil War, they're going to argue about it,
Mhm.
or Pearl Harbor. So, yeah. Anyway, again, tell us your business name, your website. Go ahead and broadcast it out there.
So the business name is Here Digital Marketing Agency LLC. The business website is heredigitalmarketing.com. If you want to reach me, my number is on the website. So
Yes.
you can just reach me out there.
Perfect. Email, website, everything's on the website.
Yes, everything's there. Email is info@heredigitalmarketing.com. So everything's on the website. So if you want to reach me, you do that from there. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me, call me, or text me. Easiest through text, to be honest with you.
Perfect. We'll have all your info in the deets down at the bottom. And of course, if you're in Central Florida, please, if you need anything tinted, your business, your cars, your whatever, your house. Derek, you tint houses, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yep.
I need my windows tinted. It gets hot
We
in the
had
backyard.
3 businesses we tinted this week, actually.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, look up Turbo Tint and go see D-Rex. Tell him you saw us on the show, and he's going to not give you a discount.
No. Consumer economy
discount
is
for you.
sluggish, man.
Yes, business is slow right now, but that's okay.
Sluggish.
We like to support the little guys. That's why we're here. Our show, everybody asked me what my niche is with this show. I've been asked this several times this week. I go after the little entrepreneurs because I want to spotlight small businesses, and I want people to, spend money. If you're going to spend money, why spend it in the big box when you go to the little box?
Mm-hmm.
And we'll help everybody out. So, thank you for watching. Thank you to our guests for coming tonight. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you for staying awake for us, Derek.
I'm good, man.
I know you're
ready to
You're gonna go out. How many miles are you gonna run tonight?
It's been between 6 and 8 every night.
He's crazy.
Nice. That's awesome.
Something wrong with him. He got dropped on his head or hit with a running sneaker.
No, that's proud, dude. That's awesome.
I can't. Not me. I'll walk 6 miles.
That if you can walk 6 miles, eventually you can run 6 miles. All you have to do is get the distance itself. Walk or run is the stamina,
dude,
or endurance part of it, I should say.
I bought the vests.
The weight vest.
There's no weights.
You're one of those guys.
There's no weights in them. And I called the company. They're like, "Oh, it'd be too expensive." I was like, "So where do I got to get weights?" They're like, "Amazon." I'm like, "Dude, false advertising."
You're gonna be one of those. You're gonna be the once a monther I see on the trail with a vest on, going hard, and then I don't see you again for another quarter.
Shut up.
that workout was awesome,
dude. It was so good. I only have to do it once a month.
Once I get a 6-pack, I'll never have to work out again.
Never again. And I'm buying a 6-pack at the store right now.
Exactly.
Exactly. So listen, everybody, thank you for being fans. Thank you for checking us out. Thank you for stopping by. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, tell a friend, tell a phone, tell your mom, I don't care. Visit us at nobrainer.com, nobrainershow.com. We're on all the socials platforms, Facebook at No Brainer, Instagram at No Brainer Show, YouTube No Brainer Shows with an S, and on X no_brainer_show. And then, of course, we're on all the other media sites for the Audible. If you don't want to watch my face, then you can just listen to my voice on all the Audible. Until next time, we appreciate you. We love you. We hope you have a fantastic day. And remember, stay great and peace.